Happy Happy 4th of July, hey everyone.
How are you, Tal?
Everything is great. Preparing for camping for 4th of July, the skiing, working on what Elon Musk uh, actually planned for us. We just wanted to update everyone. I'm not sure if you saw Elon Musk like last tweet. It's actually one of his like biggest tweet so far. Like he also said said the irony exactly the irony that this is one of like the tweets that got most of his views. Achieved a record view count. To me, it's literally that he just gave us the rate limits, like that when we work really hard to get to it. So we want to say thank you, Elon, specifically for giving us like the rate limits. Sometimes it takes like a couple of days to research what's the new rate limits that were set up, and he just like gave it us for us for free. I want to give a little bit about like my perspective of things. Maybe we can show them like so like Elon Musk, what he tried to do in general, he tried to block like people from scraping data, which is in general he wanted to keep the data for himself. He can say like, oh, I'm trying to do things more ethically, but like, come on, you're using the data for yourself. Twitter before like you came up was like giving the data and giving like API to the other data, and just you just want to make money from the data. So no need to bullshit anyone. So as I can see that or what happening in like in Twitter, this is like a process that we're starting a long time on Facebook or Instagram, like on other platforms, that were actually blocking people from doing scrape or doing scrape easily or gathering data. This is also a process, by the way, that I'm not sure if you guys following what's happening on Reddit right now, but it's also happening on Reddit. They blocked the API for external third parties. So this is also what's happening right now with all the platforms. Let's be honest, what they're trying to do is to keep the data for themselves, which is okay, but there are also us that wants the data also for ourselves. And we wanted to make a public domain. So let's speak about what they did. So first of all, they limit the number of views, like how many posts or how many accounts you can see per day. And like the ones that are verified, you can watch a little bit more. If you are unverified, you can see 600. If you're new unverified, you can see 300. And if you're verified, you can see 6,000. So like, because we are using many scrapers on newly scrapers, so we'll be always on the 300. So to people that does the scrape in general, he said like that it's a temporary limit. He's trying to make the people that is doing the scrape like more costly. So this is like the process that we also saw like another platform that they did not like block the option to do scrape because Elon Musk promised like a couple of months ago that is going to stop like people using scrape on his platform, blah 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 blah. Honestly, it's impossible. He can try his best, he can try whatever we like. I think that he overpromised for everyone something they cannot achieve, since so far I didn't see any website that blocks scrape. And like all we need to do, there are like just like 300, like you can do 300 views, use 10,000 profiles and you can multiply it by 10,000. And this is it in general. He actually gave us the rate limit, just do 299 posts instead of 300 posts, so make it safe. Other change that he did, he blocked the option to open a page without being logged in, which means that you will have to use avatars right now to scrape Twitter. If before that you can just do it from Google. First of all, Google will not be, it will not be visible to through Google if you're not logged in. And by the way, as a personal opinion, I think that like what he decided like is a bit weird because he's going also to limit his own users for watching posts, like people that want in general to read the news, to read without having a Twitter, or in general like seeing like what's going on. I think that is going to hurt a lot the platform, but time will say. This is again, as we said, also something that's happening on Reddit and Instagram and Facebook for a long time. You can ask Mark Zuckerberg how it went to him with stopping scraping. He just gave it like a domain for people that has more money than everyone. What do you think, Adi?
Yes, it's really interesting what you're saying. I think that basically I talked about it also with one of our colleagues in the morning. I think that it's really trying to push Twitter to earn more money, because if you compare them to other social media platforms, they are losing money, they are burning money. If you compare them to Facebook or TikTok, and it looks like it's like trying to convince people, kind of like in pressure to buy the verified badge so they can be more on Twitter. Just to share with you, I don't know if you know, but today you can buy the verified badge for every country. It costs you $8 a month or $84 a year. And then you can actually, as you mentioned here, you can be limited to 600 posts a day. So this is, I think it's like, it's trying to get more money, and it makes sense what it's trying to do. I think the way, and I think it's making people like, not business, but it's hurting like the people who's using Twitter. I saw someone, she wrote over here that she wants to be posted and she wants to get an update about what's going on in France right now. And some people, some people, even if you pay and you can see 6,000 posts a day, you want to see more. I don't know, like, I'm guessing some people using it a lot. So I don't know, it's pretty weird. What can I say? But we do have a solution, especially for people who do marketing and growth hacking. We have a few ideas for you, so you don't have to buy verified account. As you mentioned over here as well, you can just be limited to 300 posts a day that you can view. And also, it's now possible text.io, if you know this tool to scrape data and to do automation, pretty big one. So they also sent an email about it actually a few days ago, and they said that you cannot extract more than 3,500 followers per account. This is like the new limit. And as you mentioned, you cannot also scrape if you're not logged into Twitter. Now, I must say that if you compare scraping from Instagram and if you compare it like to Twitter, so Twitter, it's much easier. They don't have the same restrictions as you have on Instagram, where you can get your account banned and blocked, and then you use avatars or scrapers to do that. So I think it's changing the game, that's for sure, but it's good for us because, as you know, when these things are happening, so only the most powerful and the strongest people, they can survive and they can find a solution. So I see it just as a test for us, and I have a few solutions. But it's funny, right? Like, I think that he's trying to do some A/B testing about the human being, right? Like, this is what he's doing on live.
I just think that he doesn't know what he's doing in general. Like, I think that people evaluate him too much in general. 600 per like profile is not a lot in general. Let's see how people will react.
Yeah, but still, guys, if you don't feel afraid from that, you can still use some tools. Text, the main tools you can use to extract followers from Twitter is text.io or Phantom Booster. Unfortunately, text.io, they mentioned over here, actually, they're going to remove the feature of extracting followers and following, just because they don't want you to risk the account. Because now there is no risks. We are also doing scraping from the main account, like from our profiles, but we never know. So this is what they're doing. But with Phantom Booster that we are using long time ago, you can still extract followers just with lower numbers. And also I want to give you a few ideas that I think that in general, many accounts on Twitter, Tal, correct me if I'm wrong, but many people buying fake followers on Twitter. And on Twitter, it's pretty hard to actually see and to monitor which user is fake and which user is not, because many fake
it feel everyone is fake, yeah.
trolls. So you cannot really check that. And then maybe you are doing automation, it can be social, or it can be TweetDuck or any other tool you're using. And then you're just working on an audience that does not even exist. So what we are actually doing on our company when we are doing growth campaigns, we are trying to use other scraping options. For example, you can actually scrape profile likes. It's much better. People can buy likes, that's true, but they don't buy likes as they're buying followers, right? What do you think about that?
I think that the game is changing and we're going to have fun, and actually let's try it out. And I'm with you. I think that followers, like doing it through the followers, will not work. It can. I'm also using a lot of time like through the hashtags themselves, and because like you don't need to collect a lot, and like I'm collecting once someone uploaded something, I'm extracting them really fast because then you can see like the real people, and as you said, people which interacted with the relevant hashtag, because then you know they are they're interested in this specific thing, and this is how Twitter works in general.
I agree. I agree. Before we will finish with a special AI update for Twitter as well, just to let you know that another hack we found out actually in the last few weeks, if you're logged into a proxy, let's say I'm using a proxy from the social proxy, and I'm in New York right now, I will get like the US trends, the hashtags over here. And we found out that if you're extracting the people which interact with these hashtags, depends of course in your location and your target audience. So you will get the best follow back ratio when you're doing Twitter follow and follow. So this is just a small tip. And Tal, maybe you can, I don't know if you saw that, you told me about it, that the Social, they actually added a new feature for Twitter where you can actually reply to tweets doing the reply tool based on AI. Have you seen that? Or you told me about it?
Yeah, I don't remember like so many videos in general, but yeah, you can use actually ChatGPT to create tweets, and you can actually reply to people. You don't even need to do it by social. You can actually do it with Zapier, but yes, 100%. In social, you can do it like on mass scale, and then like generate like leads and good people to automation using an AI as well.
Yes, super cool. I think that, guys, let us know if you want us to make you a new video about Twitter automation in 2023 with AI and with ChatGPT. I think it can be interesting.
And with Elon Musk new limits as well.
Yeah, with the new limits, guys, don't be afraid from that. This is the fun part. It's only like the game's beginning. As Tal mentioned, he shared with us the limits on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok. We had to understand the limits by ourselves. So he basically did our job for free. Thanks to him, right? I think.
Thanks, Elon.
Okay, guys, so we'll see you on the next video. If you have any questions, so feel free to write it over here or on the Telegram or on Black Hat Growth. Feel free. We also have a lot of free content over here, a lot of cool tips and hacks. And don't give up, right, Al?
Don't give up. As they said, the game just started. This is part of the fun.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Happy 4th of July.